Hello friends, welcome to my gardening vlog. The winter is over, it's spring right now, and summer will be here soon. As soon as the winter is over, when I look at my garden, it's like, where do I start from? The weeds all over, the winter weeds is really stubborn. I've been using quite a few things every year, but I can't seem to avoid the weeds in the garden, and so it's time to clean up. And also it's time to plant some seeds as well. The weather is kind of beautiful to work outside in the garden, so let's get to the work. The first thing I wanted to fix is my front entrance. It was kind of looking sad, as you can see, and it kept bothering me, and I just really wanted to fix it as soon as I can. Look at those two plants. They're almost dying and hardly surviving. So I decided to move two of the plants. They were doing really good in my porch. Some of you might be even knowing the story of these plants. I already shared in one of the videos that they were grown from the cuttings actually. The video I shared earlier, multiplying your garden with cuttings. So now, as you can see, it changed the look of the front. Looks beautiful. I simply love flowers, and I wish to have my own huge flower garden. It's time to start planting some tuber, pigeon peas basically, chori, some green chilies, some herbs, so that I can enjoy throughout the year once they grow really well. So that's what I've been working on. And this is the area besides the entrance, filled with lots of weeds. So I just get the stool to help me sit properly and clean the area. Since I have a lot of areas to clean, I do one at a time, and I just decide to just take one area per day. Alright, so look at the difference. This area is almost done. Ready to spread the mulch in this area, which I will do later. I have used plastic bricks for the edging here, and those need to be pulled out. This is now the front. This one needs cleaning inside. It's a bit of a hard to get in. First, I start working with the plants that have survived. Just trim them if needed, and clean up the area around the plants. Clean around the existing plants, water them, shape them. So that's the first thing I like to do. Here I have my aloe vera plant. This year I have good cilantro, coriander leaves like hara dhania growing really well in my garden. Look at them, how healthy and nice green looking dhania. Also doing really great. This is from the last year. During winter here I have the garlic. You could say chives probably, but this is from even the winter season. Like I planted in winter, and they are still doing good because the weather is not that hot yet. My curry leaves, Mitho limro, is doing great as well. Here in these trays, these are the fenugreek leaves, last trays of the season. Again, I will plant in probably November. In the corner over here, I have the long beans, Charlie known as, from the last year. So I clean up this area, and I don't have courage to clean this area. Look at the weeds behind the tuber, and this is the tuber from the last year actually, but I still planted few more new tuber. I already see the flowers on tuber as well, as you can see. Oh, tuber already actually. Here I have the new tuber plants. And this is different variety actually. The friend of mine gave me the seeds she brought from India this year, so I thought of trying it out. Lemongrass plants are doing good as well. Look at them. They didn't die, thank God. And I have lots of mints around this lemongrass, as you can see. I cleaned this area as well because the green chili grew on its own from the last year that were planted here. One of them died almost, I guess. I'm not sure if that's gonna grow, but there is another small one here. Lemon tree has survived even after the frost, as you can see. Now, whatever you see here by the roots, those are just the shells of the oranges. You know, I juice out orange almost every other day, or like a couple of times a week, and I do not throw them in a trash. Instead, I just keep stacking them here. I just kind of like it for the decoration as well. Like some people think that, oh, those are the oranges from this tree, but they're not. But believe me, this lemon tree gives a very good amount of lemons every year. And so I got inspired to plant more citrus plants like like orange. I also want lime. I have been looking for the plants. The plants are actually like quite expensive, so I prefer to start out from the seeds. Even this lemon tree, we started out with seeds, and a lot of people say that the most of the time the citrus plants, they're grown from the seeds, they don't do well. But I'm surprised, and like this lemon tree, you should see when it's like blooming. I already can see like the tiny lemons. Let me show you. As you can see, the little lemons have already come on this lemon plant. Look at this. This is the video from the last year. All those lemons. These lemons are so tasty, perfect for lemonade or even for your daily cocktails. So this year I decided to try out the oranges that I usually buy from the market, and I love those juicy oranges. Orange seeds. I'm going to throw few of them because not all of them will grow. So keep a little bit of distance between each, just in case if they all grow, which hardly happens. But cover with about an inch or two of soil and water lightly. As you can see, this area is full of weeds and it needs a lot of cleaning, so I'm going to clean this whole area. By the way, this is the side of the porch area, which is visible actually from my kitchen even, and obviously from the porch. So when I'm relaxing in my porch area, I want to see something good around it. And now look at this, it's nice and clean. This is one side of the backyard. Now there is another side I have to clean. Trust me, cleaning the yard is a great workout. Over here, look at this messy area. This area is clean now as well. This is where I keep all my soils, cow manure. Cow manure is a great natural fertilizer. Because I'm so sick and tired of all the weeds around in my garden, this year I decided to do a lot of pot gardening. So I'm going to try growing most of my vegetables in the pots. So I gathered all the assorted pots from all around the garden area. Here is how I prepare my pots for the planting. I put some leaves at the bottom and then soil on the top, and I just make use of anything that I can find in my yard. These are all the buckets and some pots. The first thing I have here is tulsi, holy basil known as, and these are the seeds collected from the last year. Every time you plant something, be sure to water lightly. This one already grew on its own, and I'm not sure how well it's going to do this year. Here I have baby eggplant seeds, the pink variety. So I'm just going to take some in my hand. This is how they look like. And I'm going to sprinkle few in each pot. Cover the seeds with about an inch of soil. Water them lightly. And this year I decided to invest in some of the rectangle pots. They are really good for herbs and some, like a small plants to grow in. I also prefer to add cow manure always when I plant seeds. In one pot I'm going to plant sweet basil, and this is another variety of basil. I usually plant these two varieties. So just open the back, take the seeds in your hands. This is how the basil seeds look like. So just sprinkle everywhere. And I just stuck the paper on the side to see which variety or what plant is in this one. Until they grow, it's hard to figure out. So if you have too many similar pots, it's important to keep track of the things. So this is another variety. And now the mint. Now mint usually spreads on its own as well, so you don't have to have too many seeds for this. So here I have the mint seeds, and I'm just going to drop them all over the pot, everywhere. And next, cover with soil. Do not put too much of soil. And water lightly. Here I have chili seeds, green chili, and this is the hot variety. Sprinkle few in each pot, more in the middle and few on the sides. Sprinkle soil, cover with soil about 1/4 inch. Don't put too much of soil. Water. And today I thought of trying out some of these peppers. So in this box I'm going to put greens. One of my friend tried and it worked, so I'm like, let me try as well. Once you place the peppers in here, cover with about an inch of soil, like so. And now just keep watering when the soil looks dry. Water lightly. Now as you can see that last year I planted chili in this box as well, and one of them already sprouted on its own. It probably didn't die, and so this season I can see already flowering on this plant, the chili plant. So I'm going to use the same box again to plant a few more peppers in this one. I usually layer all these leaves to protect the roots. It works really well. I'm going to keep this plant just as it is, and I'm going to plant the remaining color variety peppers in this box here. So keep the distance and then cover with soil again. I'm just going to go ahead and throw all this loose seeds as well, just in case whichever sprouts. Water. I then keep watering the plants every day or when the soil looks dry. I highly recommend to use shower method and not the direct force water for the newly planted seeds, or just use watering can with spout just like the one I have been using in this video. The amazing thing is that by the time I am ready to post this video, the seeds that I planted, some of them have already grown. So let me show you, like some of the seeds, how they have started sprouting really well. Some of the herbs, plants, pots, I like to keep them in my porch here because the summer could be really hot here in Florida. So I prefer to keep them in the porch. Look at this, 2 mints have grown only so far, and there are some even tiny I can see them. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's the mint that I just showed earlier, in this video. I planted just last week, and look at this. Look at this basil. Basil grows really fast. I just love it. I have planted more to were in this box. This is the mint again from the last year, and I have some lemongrass in my porch as well, and this one has both lemongrass and the mint. I use lemongrass and mint extensively right in the morning. I start actually using them from morning in my chai, masala chai. And let me show you the eggplants. If you remember, in all these white pots I planted the eggplants. Look at them, doing really well. So happy. Hope they start giving the fruits even. I don't see much happening here in the chili. Just one plant here. I see just a tiny bit in this one. And chili usually actually takes a good amount of time to sprout anyway. Even the eggplants, but I'm surprised that eggplants started sprouting already. During winter season, I hardly grow anything. The only thing I love to grow is fenugreek leaves, methi. Some of the leafy vegetables grow really well during winter time. So I prefer to grow a lot of fenugreek leaves, methi known as, throughout the winter, and then freeze for the whole year. But in spring and summer, I do a lot of gardening. I grow lots of vegetables, herbs, and many other, random stuff that I love to try out. Like this year, I have also tried even avocado. It's just amazing, like how you just throw a few seeds here and there, and they grow really well. And when they start giving out fruits, it's kind of a, such an amazing feeling that, like, even the tiny seeds can do that much of work. It's kind of surprising. I hope you enjoyed. It's just amazing, like how you just throw a few seeds here and there, and they grow really well. And when they start giving out fruits, it's kind of a, such an amazing feeling that, like, even the tiny seeds can do that much of work. It's kind of surprising. Watching this video, please do like and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for new recipe videos every week. You can visit my website bhavnaskitchen.com for new recipe tips, tricks and ideas in the kitchen. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Bhavna's Kitchen is everywhere. You can also download Bhavna's Kitchen app totally free on your iOS, Android, and many other mobile devices. You can watch me on a big TV screen using Roku, Amazon Fire or YouTube app itself. Thanks for watching and see you soon.